Welcome back everybody, Broadbent here. Today we're going to be doing a discussion video about the Forest, and we're going to be talking about some potential features such as the car and my concerns that I have for the Forest. So let's address the title. Cars, trucks, that kind of thing. Is that coming to the Forest? The short answer, we don't know. There's no way we can tell what is going to be in the game. However, we can get little hints. My good friend OPrizLP was looking into the code a couple of days ago and found a very suspicious file with some oddly named values. So the link to this file you can find in the description below. It will be to her haste bin, and you can see all the different values. Now if you take a quick look at some of these values, you can see it says set up gears, immobilize, reset, slip out effect, max speed, brake input. All these names scream out a vehicle, a car, a truck, whatever it may be. It just sounds like they might be working on adding an automated vehicle to the game. So if you know anything about code yourself and know how to make a mod for the game, you could perhaps go and look at this in the code yourself. You can decompile it and take a look so you know that I'm not telling any fibs. It's all there in the code. Now this raises a few questions and concerns, and I'm going to be discussing that in this video. So this information was brought to my attention by OPriz the moment that the chainsaw was released into the game. Now, both of these features I really disagree with, but I'm going to talk about that in a second. Let's go back in time a little bit to the update that brought the gun into the game. Now I remember when that came in, and I was very confused as to whether or not it would be a good addition to this game. Would it bring value? And I came to the conclusion that it was completely useless. Not every game has to have a gun in it, and the Forest is definitely one of those. I feel like the game would be much better off if the gun was not in the game. Now that brings me to the next feature, which I also felt the exact same way about, which is the chainsaw. I completely disagree with adding the chainsaw into the Forest. Now I understand that a lot of people would have a different opinion. If you do, go ahead and let me know in the comments, post your opinion on it. But I feel the chainsaw is a bad addition, especially with the way that they have added it into the game. The fuel is essentially unlimited, it's too easy to get, it's actually easier to get than the modern axe. And the chainsaw just completely makes the modern axe obsolete. There's no point chopping trees anymore. And so we've got the gun, the chainsaw, and then the potential to add a car into the game. I feel like Endnight Games are just going in the wrong direction with this. I feel like they need more input into the development process. Which leads me to the next topic of this video. What's the issue here? Well, I don't really know a lot about Endnight Games. I don't know how they plan and structure what they're going to add into the game, but I feel like there's a lack of involvement with the community here. They don't inform us about the development plan, they don't give us any information, and I feel like that's a real issue here. I also don't want to come across as hating here, but I've got the feeling that they're not listening to us as much as they should. So as an example, in my suggested features video, which will be linked at the top right of the screen, I suggested 10 things that would be awesome in the game, such as a dismantling tool for items in the game that can't be taken down. I also suggested making the villages more active with fires and drums. It's a really cool video, go ahead and check it out. Now I'm not just saying that they're not listening to me, which is how this sounds, I know, but there's been other suggestions by other people and there's just no acknowledgement. Now this leads me to the third and final topic of this video. How do they fix this? So what I personally would like to see Endnight Games start to do is be more active with the community. They could perhaps use a platform like Twitter, which they do have an account for. I would love to see them interact with their fans a lot more and get opinions and construct things that way. Another possibility is for them to produce a roadmap. I would love to see this for the Forest. A lot of games such as Subnautica already have a roadmap. Basically what it does is just puts everything in front of you as to what you can expect to see for this game. Everything in the roadmap is not concrete, everything can change. So I would really like to see Endnight Games do this so we can review the ideas and give our input. So the main issue I see Endnight Games having is the lack of communication. Now another way to fix this is to communicate with YouTubers more and use them to spread messages and discuss things with the community. After all, YouTubers do have a direct communication with the community via the comment section. We could present ideas to them and see what they would like to say, and they can get their input in. I feel like this is an incredibly valuable resource that you can take control of. So I'm not going to go on rambling too much anymore. Those are just my ideas and concerns that I have for the forest, also presenting the potential for a car in the forest. Seeing that code kind of worries me because I really don't want to see that. Now, I'm going to acknowledge that this code could be perhaps default in the Unity engine. They might not have added this, it's just something that was in the game's code, so I thought I will present that to you. So I would like you to go to the comment section right now and let me know what you think to this whole situation. Do you think the gun and the chainsaw were good additions? What would you think to having a truck or perhaps a car in the game? Let me know in the comment section below. Alright everyone, thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.